Top 10 weird facts about World Cup players that sound like they belong at Baste Records. Hey guys, I'm Matthew, CEO and founder of Baste Records, America's conservative counterculture record label. The World Cup is in America right now, and I've spent the week doing something nobody asked me to do, digging up the strangest facts about the men who have played it. And here's what got me. Over and over, these guys turned out to be musicians, mavericks, outsiders who beat the system, family men, guys who built their own empires from nothing. In other words, they kept describing us. So here we go. Top 10 weird facts about World Cup players that sound like they belong on the Baste Records roster. Counting down. Number 10, Pele. Pele wrote over 100 songs. So let's start with him, the greatest soccer player of all time. 3 World Cups, the only man to ever win it 3 times, and in his spare time, he was a singer-songwriter. The man wrote over 100 songs. He played guitar. There's a famous photo of him strumming by the pool right after winning the 1970 World Cup. He cut a whole album in 1977, produced by Sergio Mendes, and was still releasing music in his 70s. And here's the line that gets me. He said, "Football was a gift from God, but music was just for fun." Even the best player who ever lived knew the truest thing a man can do is pick up a guitar for no reason at all. So that's why that's number 10. Number 9, Peter Cech, a rock drummer and a pro goalie. He was a legendary goalkeeper. He played for the Czech Republic at the 2006 World Cup, and some say he was one of the greatest keepers in history. But here's Peter Cech's resume after soccer. He's a serious rock drummer. He posts drum covers of the Foo Fighters and Coldplay. He actually recorded a charity single with Roger Taylor, the drummer of Queen, and then he retired from soccer and became a professional ice hockey goalie. He's still strapping on the pads at 43, and he's got an MBA and he co-founded a business. His own social media bio reads, father, footballer, ice hockey goalie, drummer, founder. And that, friends, is a man who refuses to be one thing. We respect a multi-hyphenate, as long as it's not your gender. Number 8 is Pure Heart. Brazil, 1994 World Cup. A striker named Bebeto scores a huge goal. And instead of beating his chest, he runs to the corner and rocks an invisible baby in his arms. His teammates run over and join him, cradling the air. Why? His son had been born 3 days earlier. The whole celebration was a message to his newborn. And here's the kicker. That baby grew up to be a professional footballer himself. A man at the top of the entire sporting world, and his first thought is family. We build things to hand down. Number 7. George Weah became the president of his country. George Weah grew up in the slums of Liberia. He became the only African player to ever win the Ballon d'Or, the best player on the planet, in 1995. He played for AC Milan, PSG, and Chelsea. And then he went home and got elected as the president of Liberia. Striker to head of state. The only man in history to win a Ballon d'Or and command a nation. Bonus weird fact, his son Tim plays for the United States now. So there's a real chance that his son is running around this very World Cup wearing the red, white, and blue. It's the ultimate outsider story when you really think about it. Nobody handed him the Liberian presidency, and he didn't wait for permission. And he was a Liberian leader who wasn't a cannibal. So that's awesome. All right, number 6. Romario won the World Cup, and then he became its loudest enemy. Romario. And then he became a senator in Brazil. Not the president, but that's pretty good. And here's the beautiful part. He spent his career in office as the single loudest voice screaming that FIFA and the World Cup were a corrupt racket. He called out the billions wasted on stadiums while people went without. Now, for the record, he runs as a left-winger. But a man who wins the World Cup and then tells you the whole operation is rotten, that's a fact everyone can raise a glass to. Tell the truth, even about the thing that made you famous. That's why he's in at number 6. Number 5. Dr. Socrates was a literal physician who fought a dictatorship. Now, number 5 might be the wildest. Socrates captained Brazil at the 1982 World Cup, the greatest team, some say, that never won it. He was tall, he was bearded, he was chain smoking and beer drinking, and he was a practicing qualified medical doctor. They called him Dr. Socrates because it was literally true. He was also a hard leftist who turned his club into a democratic movement against Brazil's military dictatorship. Players voting on everything, democracy printed on their jerseys, the whole thing. Now, I don't share every aspect of his politics, but the principle is everything. The entire shut up and dribble crowd has always been wrong, whether they're on the left or the right. An athlete, an artist, and musician, you're allowed to have a brain and use it. Maybe some say you should. Counterculture means you don't check your convictions at the door. If you have a voice, you use your voice. You have some skills that propel that voice, all the better. Number 4, Walter Bahr beat England, then raised 2 Super Bowl champions. Now we come home, the 1950 World Cup. A team of American part-timers, mailmen and teachers, goes to Brazil and beats mighty England 1-0. The greatest upset in World Cup history. They made a movie about it. The man with the assist on the only goal was a Philadelphia gym teacher named Walter Bahr. But here's the based part. Bahr went home and raised a family, and 2 of his sons, Matt and Chris, grew up to be NFL kickers who won Super Bowls. Matt kicked the field goal that sent the Giants to one of them. A soccer dad who founded an American football dynasty, and when reporters wanted to make him a hero, he told them, "Don't make England look bad and don't praise us too much." He was an American underdog, but he had humility, and he had a great family that just kept winning. That's why he's in at number 4. Number 3, say what you want about soccer. Cristiano Ronaldo is in this World Cup right now at 41 years old in his record 6th tournament. That alone is absurd. A kid from a poor family on a tiny Portuguese island turned his own initials, CR7, into a global empire. Clothing, hotels, fragrances, fitness. He became one of the first athletes on Earth to build himself into a billion-dollar brand and is entirely self-made. So this is the whole game, isn't it? Don't just work for the machine. Build your own thing and put your name on it. That's why he's in at number 3. Number 2, and now we're really speaking our language, Clint Dempsey. He was a kid from Nacogdoches, Texas, one of the greatest American players ever. He scored the fastest goal in U.S. World Cup history, 34. Best bar in it. Think soccer ain't a sport? Then why'd Nike sign me? American, Texan, musician, and a don't tread on me attitude baked in. He's practically on the label already. Number 1 guy we'd sign to Baste Records, Alexi Lalas. Picture the 1994 World Cup, which again was here in America. The face of the U.S. team is a 6'3" defender with shoulder-length hair and a wild red goatee, looking like he just walked off a tour bus because he basically had. Lalas was and is a working rock musician. He's put out something like 8 albums. His band even opened for Hootie and the Blowfish on their European tour. And the detail that really seals it is that the 1994 U.S. team wore denim print jerseys. One of his teammates said, and I quote the spirit of it, "We were the cowboys of the world. Here we were, wearing jeans." He was an American. He was a rock and roll guitarist, a red-bearded wild man in a denim cowboy kit, representing America on the world stage. So if Baste Records had a soccer division, which I'm not intending to open up, but you never know, Alexi Lalas is the first phone call. That's your number 1. So there it is. 10 World Cup players, and every single one of them turned out to be a musician, a maverick, a family man, a self-made builder, or some American with a guitar and an attitude. It turns out the things we care about at Baste Records aren't American or country or even ours alone. They're just human. They show up everywhere, even in the beautiful game. Drop your favorite one in the comments, hit subscribe, and tell me which one of these guys we should have signed, and also why baseball is still a better sport than soccer. I'm Matthew Azrieli, CEO and founder of Baste Records, America's conservative counterculture record label. Y'all take care.